In the meantime, we're celebrating because we're going to take a walk on over now to the Better Kitchen now, where JoJo and Kiki Frey are waiting for us.
And I believe they own a business called Churncraft. Oh, pardon me, I walked in front of the camera. Girls, this looks amazing.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Welcome to Churncraft.
Thank you. I really am going to go out on a limb and say that there are a lot of people out there who probably are like, I'm not even sure exactly how you make butter because it's been so long that you just go and you buy it in the store. And this is homemade butter.
This is, and it's surprisingly easy to do. And we're here to give people a little lesson on how to do it and show you really how easy it is.
Wow, and this is like farm to table butter, so you can feel good about eating a lot of this butter.
Exactly.
Right?
Is it better for us if we make it ourselves?
Oh yeah, because you burn calories while churning, so it's better for you for sure.
Win-win. Awesome. So now, before you show us how this works, this is an invention, and I heard your parents actually invented this?
Yeah, well, so it's based off the classic American butter churn. A lot of people don't know, but everyone churned their butter in America back in the day, in like the 1800s, early 1900s. There were thousands of patents. So we built this one designed off an old lightning churn from 1917 that my mom had. And my dad designed it, and my mom, and we completely just tried to reinterpret that kind of classic American tool.
All right, so you're going to show us a little bit how we make butter.
Yes.
So how do we start?
So you start with heavy cream. We have 2 quarts of heavy cream in here. You fill it halfway, and really, you just start churning.
And that erases all the calories, Kara, in the heavy cream.
Exactly.
It's just like magic.
The more you
just
churn,
see
the more calories disappear.
Well, thankfully, there's a good new health trend about whole foods, and we should have whole milk and whole butter, and we need that fat, and we've all been lied to. We need that fat.
I love that spin, Kara. Nicely done.
And what's actually good about this too, when you churn your own butter, you can source your own cream. So you can be more responsible, choose local cream from dairies that have humane practices, organic farming, that kind of a thing, which is really important.
Okay, so how long do you have to churn that before it becomes butter?
This takes about 10-15 minutes. It's really important that the cream's room temperature. We usually leave it out for a couple hours on the counter, and I mean, my record is like 6 minutes.
Oh.
but
you're getting some
People don't
exercise
realize.
before you eat your butter.
Exactly.
Can I try it?
Yes, please
wanna
do.
just give it a
Look how
little.
easy it is.
Whew. I don't have to go to the gym today. This is awesome.
Well,
Kara,
how
come
much
on.
butter is that going to make?
So that is 2 quarts of heavy cream, and that'll make about 1.5 pounds of butter.
Oh, that's a lot of butter, right?
It's a lot of butter. And you will get about 1 quart of buttermilk from that. And buttermilk is great to cook with, great to bake with.
Oh.
The other thing about butter, it freezes really well. So when you have 1.5 pounds of butter, you can stick it in your freezer. A few months later, it'll taste super fresh right when you defrost it.
So now we've gotten over here, in the interest of time, you've churned some butter already for us.
So we did a batch this morning, and we kind of wanted to walk you guys through the steps of what would happen here. So basically, once this turns into butter, it's going to be a mass of butter floating in buttermilk, like I said before. So you would strain it off. The buttermilk, you would want to catch it in some kind of a container, so you can save that and use it.
Okay.
And the butter you'd catch up here. And you want to rinse it. You can work out the buttermilk. These are butter paddles for doing that, actually. So you would kind of squeeze the butter and the buttermilk would come out.
Oh, neat.
Basically get as much buttermilk out of it as you can, and that way it'll stay fresh longer, because the buttermilk is what's gonna spoil. The fat and the butter will stay fresh because fat won't actually spoil.
Well, I was asking, why is butter yellow? And you said it's really, because we started out with white cream. And apparently, so the proteins stay white, but the fat, it has a more yellow color.
Exactly, exactly.
And the color of the butter is really dependent on what cows eat. So when in the summer, you have summer butter, which is really yellow and golden.
Neat.
I don't know if you know Irish butter. That has a really yellow color because there's so much carotene in the grass, especially in Ireland, which is so lush. So it really has an impact on the color.
Yeah, which is why it's important to buy your cream from cows you know, farmers you trust, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
So the next stage would basically be to get all that buttermilk out, and then you have your butter, and you can do what you want with it. You can freeze it if you want to save it, salt it if you want plain salted butter. For you guys today, we're gonna mix it up a little bit, do something fun.
Okay.
So we brought 2 ingredients. We brought pink peppercorns and chives.
Okay.
And that's what's called a compound butter. We can just mix in any ingredients you want, savory, sweet. JoJo loves to do a...
My favorite's bourbon maple pecan. It is sinful.
Wow.
So
French
delicious.
toast.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But the sky's the limit. You can get creative with kind of every.
So
every
we've got about a minute left to finish, so
Okay,
let's
so
show
what
us
we
how we
would
do this.
do, we would just pour over some chives like this, and then we would pour over some pink peppercorns.
I didn't even know peppercorns were pink. That's adorable.
And they're really good. They're a milder, almost more floral taste than other peppercorns. And then you really just mix it up. If your butter is room temperature and warm, it gets easier to to do. And you know, there's no exact science to this. You taste it a little, see if you want more salt, more flavor. Basically, that's what you would do. We'll take you guys down here. This is the finished product. So we've already mixed this up, put it on some delicious bread from one of our local bakeries down in New Canaan.
Looks so festive.
Yeah, this is a perfect Christmas butter.
It really is. It's red and green.
Right? It looks so pretty. I'm thinking salmon with that too.
Oh yeah,
yes.
you could do a lot. You can also put this on like freshly grilled steaks, fish, chicken, and it'll melt on it, make a little sauce.
Delicious.
That is so
Easy,
good.
fun, high impact for entertaining too.
This is so good. I mean, it's way better than regular butter.
It
Yes,
really is.
it
yeah.
is.
It tastes, I mean,
I'm gonna have a piece
what did you
too.
say earlier when you tried it, Renee?
I don't think that's fit for cameras, but it's delicious. Trust me.
Essentially, said it's very worth it.
So it's 100% worth it, and let me just tell you, with or without the peppercorns, this is worth it.
It is.
It's delicious. To learn more
Enjoy.
about the butter churn, you can head to Churncraft because we can buy these. It's churncraft.com.
Yes,
Delicious.
It is. Check us out.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, ladies.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
We should probably keep some of that plain butter on standby because there are cinnamon roll pancakes that we're going to be making a little later in the show. That could go well. All right? So life doesn't get much better on this Friday, everyone. And Renee, on the other side of this break, combine acrobatics and skydiving. And what do you get?
I'm chewing. What do you get? You got a wingsuit flying. We'll meet 3 local people who have won gold doing it as I continue to eat, Kara.
It's good. You're filling in for Scott. It's exactly
Yummy.
what happens. All right, you're watching Better Connecticut on this TGIF. We'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.